Zagir Draka. Zagir Draka, 22 wins, a loss. 10 of those 22 wins coming by knockout. He weighed in earlier at 204 pounds. He is known in Russia as the Mike Tyson of Russia when it comes to Draka. Back on January 3rd, right here at the Forum, when he suffered the only loss of his illustrious career. And the man he lost to is coming out of the fog here at the Forum. Here from the United States is Jim Mullen. 18 wins, 1 loss.
Jim Mullen is the local favorite that Draka has created here in Los Angeles. I mean, he comes with a big crowd. Everybody's on his side. He's dominated his fights here, all the fights that he's had for Draka. The last fight he won, his opponent basically said he had an injury, but, you know, I think he saw the writing on the wall. It was Jim's night all the way.
You turn back the clock to January. Zagir Draka quit fighting. Said he felt a little bit of a problem with his heart. Well, the fight was stopped. Pretty much took the loss in hand, went back home, trained again, and says, now I'm ready. And you wonder, perhaps, Don, is if he came to America the first time back in January, you wonder really what kind of shape he was in or wasn't in.
I wasn't impressed by his performance, but you know what? You know, he did say he had an injury, and we didn't get to see much of him. I mean, he didn't last long, so anything could happen. I mean, maybe he's got a knockout punch of some kind. I don't know.
We're about to find out. Let's go now to Steve Fossum.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is for the World Draka Heavyweight title. In the blue trunks, weighing in at 204 pounds, with a record of 22 wins, 1 loss, 2 draws, with 10 of those wins by knockout. He's a 2-time world free sparring champion, a 1996 and 97 Draka Cup of Stars winner. He is from Russia. In the red corner, Zagir Ironman Draka. And in the black trunks, weighing in at 206 pounds, 18 wins, 1 loss, no draws, with 12 of his wins by knockout. He is a WKA North American champion, training out of the House of Champions from Simi Valley, California, USA, and the current Draka World Heavyweight Champion. In the blue corner, the hometown boy, Jimbo Mullen. Our referee for tonight's bout is Dr. Nelson Hamilton.
Now here comes Jim Mullen, the current Draka World Heavyweight title holder. 18 wins and a loss. Zagir Draka, 22-1 from Russia. Came in here in January, all everything. We were told that he would smoke this place. Instead, it was a very lethargic performance, one that led to Zagir Draka calling it quits in the 4th round.
Everything, touch him up. 12 rounds, folks. Let's do it.
12 rounds of World Heavyweight title action. Mullen delivers the first kick of the fight. Zagir Draka tries to wrestle into the canvas and score points. Can't do it here early on in round 1.
Well, Geider Beckhoff has thrown some pretty wide arm punches. You know, these are not kind of punches that you can throw for 10 rounds with any force. I mean, you can just burn too much energy.
Just missed the spinning back fist, did Mullen.
I'll tell you what, if that would have landed, it would have been a home run. Jim is a very deceptive fighter. You know, he looks like he's got carries a little extra weight, but he is really relaxed and smooth and quick out there. You know, if you try to time that straight left, he almost got it in.
Down goes Geider Beckhoff. Oh, what a sweep.
That's a leg kick there.
A three-pointer. Three-point takedown by Jim Mullen.
Final 10 seconds of this opening round.
When you score a big takedown like that, you don't need to do too much work for the rest of the round. You can sit back and just rest on your laurels when you score a takedown like that. Now, this is a technique that we're going to see. We're going to see the back fist coming up with Jim Mullen, that a lot of associations have said they wanted to make illegal because you could hit with the elbow or the forearm. But, you know, when it's done just right, it's a nice, clean, there's the knockdown. Hit the back leg. That's why he went down. Wasn't as much from the force of the blow as the fact that it wasn't the front leg, it was the back leg, the supporting leg that was hit.
Recognizable face in the corner of Jim Mullen. That's Peter Sugarfoot Cunningham. Getting some tremendous advice.
There's the hit. Just above the knee and the back of the leg. Well, absolutely. Pete Cunningham's one of the greatest kickboxers in the world today. Pound for pound, maybe one of the best.
Round two. Zagir Geider Beckhoff in the red gloves, Jim Mullen in the blue.
Good leg kick by Jim Mullen. Landed flush on the thigh.
The most impressive thing about this Russian fighter, this heavyweight, is he's very relaxed out there.
Geider Beckhoff trying to roll Mullins out of the ring between the ropes. One point for Geider Beckhoff. These heavyweights trying to get the distance. Down goes Geider Beckhoff, and he's hurt.
Left leg by Jim Mullen landed flush on the head of, no question that Zagir is hurt.
He's out.
He's out.
He's out.
Unbelievable
Big kick.
ending.
He's still out. He's up but out.
Big left leg. Big sweeping left leg landed flush on the head of Zagir.
One thing about kicks, it doesn't take much. One kick and it's pretty much, that's it.
And he's drilling in the corner here like he wants to continue, but as all his handlers are pushing him back, he's still out of it. He's still not with a full deck of cards, so to speak.
Zagir Draka. It was a kick to the head by Mullen. He leaned right into it.
Right there, he didn't even see it. He turned his head, which is a very dangerous thing. Very dangerous thing. He turned his head and looked the other way. Here it is. He sees the kick coming, he turns his head. I mean, it's just the most amateurish move you could possibly make. I mean, there's no safety in not seeing the technique that hits you. As a matter of fact, just the opposite. Keep your eye on the leg if somebody's throwing a kick at you.
An unbelievable ending for Jim Mullen. It comes in the second round. A kick to the head by Mullen takes Geider Bakoff out of the forum.
Well, it's a good kick, but any fighter should have seen that coming. The only way you wouldn't see it coming is if you close your head, or close your eyes and turn your head. He does both. He closes his eyes and turns his head. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a professional do that.
That's unbelievable. He came over here back in January, as I said at the outset of the fight, lauded as the Mike Tyson of Russia. He had won everything in Russia there was to win in Draka. He's come here to the United States twice and hasn't made it past the fourth round.
Well, you know, he may have a good record. He's got an 18-1 record, so obviously he had 18 wins in Russia, but you know, you're only as good as the people you beat. So my question for him is, who has he beat?
Unbelievable ending to this fight. Jim Mullen has taken the measure of this Draka legend in Russia twice. They win 4 rounds the first time around, and they didn't get even into a minute of this second round.
Well, you know, what can I say? I mean, he turned his head and he closed his eyes. I mean, if that first kick didn't get him, the next 2 or 3 punches would have.
Now let's go now to Steve Fossum. Steve?
Ladies and gentlemen, at 117 of the second round, Geider Bakov's trainer throws in the towel to stop the bout. The winner by knockout and still the worldwide Draka heavyweight champion of the world, in the blue corner, Jimbo Mullen.
And a very happy and a very animated world Draka champion. That is unbelievable. Let's go back up to the ring. Blinky Rodriguez has the world heavyweight champion. Blinky?
Okay, Jim. Very successful title defense. Yes, tremendous left high kick, landing flush on the head of your opponent, Zagir. How you feeling, and what do you got planned for the future?
Well, sir, I want to thank the Lord Jesus Christ for just giving me everything in my heart, my strength, my energy, everything. Thank Pontiac GMC Buick for the great sponsorship, my chiropractor for keeping my body strong, Jim Alvis. For the future, I'd like to go down the next weight division, 190 to 200. And Don the Dragon has not been very positive in his announcing about me, and it bothers me. He's an ex-fighter. He's an actor, not a fighter. If Pete thinks he can still lace him up...
Well, wait a minute. You know, I heard, you know, now that you're bringing up Don the Dragon Wilson, I heard he had gone into training, and I thought it was just a rumor. And so what are you telling me? Are you looking to fight Don Wilson?
I'm telling you, if Pete thinks he can still put him on, I say his prime's way over. But if he thinks he can still do it, I'm calling him out. Bring it on.
Well, hey, Don, you know, I know you're at ringside there. I know this is a very awkward situation, but I got Jim Mullen standing here in the ring, and he's talking about getting busy with you. So, you know, I don't know where you're at with it. I know you've been in training. Hey, do you have any comment, Don?
Yeah, I do have a comment. I wouldn't have to be in my prime to fight Jim, but
he's coming over right here.
He can't expect me to close my eyes and turn away like his opponent did.
He calls you an ex-fighter, Don. What's the story here?
He's right. I am an ex-fighter. Unbeknownst to most of the people here, I have signed a contract to fight on the next Draka card.
Seriously?
And, absolutely. And so I think Jim Mullins is making
what I'm hearing in my earpiece is Don the Dragon Wilson speaking to Phil Stone, saying that, in fact, unbeknownst to the public, he has signed a contract to fight the winner of this match here. So, hey, I'm going to tell you something, Jimbo. It looks like you're going to get busy with Don the Dragon. You know, he's got a lot of experience. He's had a lot of big wins. And I heard what you said. He's an actor and so forth and so on. But the fact is, he was a great champion in his time.
Sure was. And I was his biggest, he was my biggest hero. But I think his time's done, and no disrespect intended. If he gets in the ring, he could get hurt. So I would say skip it. But if he wants some of me, bring it.
Well, in fact, Don the Dragon Wilson has signed a contract, and it looks like he will be getting in the ring with you, Jim Mullins. So, hey, congratulations. Wow, what a turn of events. Congratulations. A great win for you tonight. Great title defense.
I am speechless.
Okay,
For one of the
Phil,
first
Don,
times.
I'm sending it back to you guys.
Thanks, Blinky. I am speechless for one of the first times in some 20 years of sports broadcasting. I knew nothing about this. Are you ready to get back into the ring?
Blinky's right and he's wrong. Now, I have signed a contract to fight on the next Draka card.
All right.
But the opponent is blank right now. It might be Jim. I mean, Jim has made a pretty good bid for the fight. But we don't know who it's going to be yet.
Okay.
You know, I have not fought in 7 years. Maybe the Dragon should have a tune-up before he goes for the title. I don't know.
Wow.
But I surely don't want to be hit by the kick that Jim Mullins just hit this Russian fighter with. I can tell you that because Jim did lay some heavy feet out there.
Well, what's amazing about all of this, we're going to come back together in May for the next Draka bout, and I guess what you're saying is you're not going to be sitting right beside me for that next fight.
No, I won't be wearing the suit that night.
Well, this is unbelievable. Unbeknownst to me, Don the Dragon Wilson has signed to get back into the ring, and it will be your first experience with Draka. You have to be looking forward to that, I suppose.
Right. Like I said, you know, fighters were basically mercenaries. I mean, I fought under every set of rules that existed when I was a competitor, and I was relatively successful in all the different styles. But I never fought with this particular style of fighting. It did not really exist at the time.